Good morning, guys. It's a rainy morning, so I came out hoping to be able to go outside, but I'm stuck in my car right outside one of my favorite spots. But I'm here. I'm going to go through the section of Luke chapter 6. From verse 37, it says, "Do not judge others, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn others, or it will come back against you. Forgive others, and you will be forgiven." And so I want to just touch a little bit on that. It simply talks about judging others. You know, a lot of times when people do things, whether good or bad, we tend to have this issue on whether or not we think their motives are correct. We start thinking all sorts of stuff and so on. And the funny thing is that when that happens to us, we usually have a big problem, like, come on, they didn't stop to think. They didn't ask me. If they didn't know, if they wanted to find out, they could have come to me and all this stuff. And that's the reality. And so what God says is like, listen, don't judge others, because then you will be judged. Life has a way of, coming back around. What goes around comes around. And so a lot of times I find sometimes when you are all very judgmental and always, ridiculing others, you get a situation that's similar. And then you realize to yourself like, this is not as easy as it seems. And then you mellow a bit. But here, we don't have to go through all that to learn that. The Bible is simply telling us, hey, listen, you don't judge others, you won't be judged by that same measuring stick. And he goes on, he said, don't condemn others, or it will come back against you. Because if you find yourself in a similar situation, then people are going to be, hey, but you say so and so, and you didn't like whatever, and you were one of the people who were advocating for X and Y and Z and so on. And so he simply says, forgive others and you will be forgiven. If you've wronged somebody, you really tend to want, especially if you get to that place of repentance and realizing that, hey, what I did hurt this person. Majority of times then we're like, I really wish that, this person was able to forgive me. And so what he's saying is that, sow what you would want to reap. If people do things against you and you realize that they're sorry and they come back to you and say, hey, I'm sorry about this, then extend your forgiveness. And so when you need it, it will come back to you. And we all need forgiveness. We all say things that sometimes hurt other people. We all do things that people don't like. Sometimes we do things and people gone away, bitter and angry, and we're not even aware of it, So he says, plain and simply, it's kind of like doing what you would want done if it were you. So just simply, don't walk around the place judging everybody. Everybody got their own things to bear. Some people can bear what you bear. Some people can't bear what you bear. And, and you wouldn't want them to be judgmental, like, oh, she could have done it better. He could have done a whole lot higher standard than that, etc. Sometimes they don't realize that you're barely making it through with the help of God. You're doing this day, 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time, whatever it is, it's difficult for you because of X and Y and Z. And you really would appreciate somebody extending grace to you. So that's what he's saying. Look, let's not be judgmental. Let's come alongside people sometimes, help them. If we've been through that and we know a better way, help them. If they've done something wrong and they need forgiveness and they need somebody to, help push them in the right direction, do that. And that is the kind of stuff that will come right back at you, because God is watching and he always rewards good behavior. He always rewards when we do good. He's the rewarder of them that diligently seek him. He always ensures that we get the payback, that we sow what we reap, what we sow. And so as we sow forgiveness and we sow into other people's lives the comfort and the grace that they need, that comes right back at us in our time of need as well. All right. So that's my word of encouragement to you as we go into this weekend. Let's not keep harboring bitterness and unforgiveness and all these things. Put it to God and let him help you through it, because he loves you and I do too. Be blessed. Have a fabulous Friday and an awesome weekend.